Hello, and thank you for joining me, Cassandra Flaming, here today for 30 minutes of release and restore. We'll be spending most of today's practice on the floor. If you enjoy, please give me a comment or a thumbs up afterwards. Namaste, and enjoy. All right, we're going to get started in a comfortable yet strong seated position. Heavy hips on the floor, palms face upwards on the knees. Inviting in that ujjayi breath, creating warmth early on, filling up the chest and finding that loud, warm ujjayi out breath. Accompanying that breath with your Uddiyana Bandha, your belly bind, pull that lower belly back towards the spine, up into the ribs, keeping it here for the rest of practice. And take a big, deep breath in. As you exhale, roll the chin down to the chest. Inhale, left ear towards left shoulder, staying for a deep breath in, expanding the right side of the neck. Deep breath out. And an exhale, rolling down to center, staying here for your breath, filling that space in the back side of the neck and the shoulders. And then an inhale rolls the right ear towards the right side. Finding a breath here, expanding through the left side neck. And exhaling back down to center. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the chin, stay long in the back of the neck. Maybe look up towards the ceiling, stretching through the front side. And exhaling, slowly rolling chin back towards chest. One breath per movement. Inhale, right ear, right side. And then exhale back down towards center. Staying here for a moment. And then inhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Big breath in. As you exhale, coming to center. And inhaling, lifting the chin, lifting the gaze long through the back of the neck. Maybe a back bend in the neck, in the chest. And then exhaling, coming back to center, sitting up tall in the spine. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Inhale, reach right arm up and over. Twist that right shoulder behind you. Inhale, lift the chest, reach up and back, open through the chest. And an exhale, threads your needle, wrap the right arm underneath the body, under the left arm, reaching towards the back wall, puffing up through the back with the inhale. Inhale, right arm reaches up, both hands come to center, look high. Exhale, right hand comes to the floor, reach up and over through the left. Each inhale, filling the left side lungs. Breathe in, reach up through the chest, reach behind you with that left arm, open up to the ceiling. As an exhale, threads your needle, wrap the left arm under the body, between the arm. Inhaling into the backside, exhaling, taking it deeper. Breath in, come back up to center, reach high. As you exhale, take a twist to the left. Right hand comes to the knee, left hand behind you. Still seated tall, hips heavy. Top of the head reaching towards the ceiling as you wring it out. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, switch sides, twist to the right. Left hand to the knee. Pulling in that belly as you go, making space for this release, this detox. Inhale, hands go overhead. And then exhale, we're going to take a seat back onto our heels, grabbing the knees, rounding through the backside as if we were taking a cat, tucking the chin. Inhale, cow pose, seated cow, reach the chest forward, shoulders go back. Exhale, round to cat, just like if we were in tabletop. Inhale, chest pulls through, cow pose. Pull in the belly button, look up. Breathe out, round to cat. Press the spine behind you, hollow the belly button. Inhale, take another cow. As you exhale, coming into your tabletop now, stacking the shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Pulling up through that belly button again, stapling it to the spine. Inhale, the right hand reaches high, opening the chest to the right side. Maybe your gaze goes upwards. And exhale, we'll take that right hand to the hip, or possibly leave it where it is up in the sky. And then if comfortable, dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder, opening up through the right side of the neck. Breathing through the right side body. Inhale, right arm goes high. Exhale, thread your needle underneath you. The right ear comes down to the floor, as well as the right shoulder. As much space between the two as you can on the mat. You can either leave your left palm rooted on the floor, helping you engage in this twist, or you can reach it towards the ceiling and bind it back by your left hip. Using that left hip as leverage to twist the shoulder back behind you. Inhale, your left arm reaches up towards the top of the mat. And then square the shoulders over this right arm. The forehead comes to the floor if comfortable. Resting your weight on your top right arm. Breathing into that right shoulder. Keeping the hips reaching back in space. Inhale, unwind that right arm, reaching both hands to the top of the mat for puppy pose. Forehead can stay on the floor, or maybe you get the chest to the mat. As much length between your fingertips and your hips as you can here. Pressing into the ground through the palms. Finding that deep breath. Inhale as you exhale. Surf yourself forwards into a Sphinx pose, coming onto the forearms. Chest reaches through the shoulders as they pull back behind you. Maybe you lift into high Sphinx, pulling the elbows away from the ground. Neck long. Exhale, release the upper body to the mat. Inhale, finding tabletop. Once again, your out breath engages that belly button. Inhale, left arm reaches high to the ceiling. Spread your wings. Spread the top fingertips. And maybe find your bind with your hand on the right hip. A breath in lengthens the neck as an exhale possibly drops the right ear to the right shoulder, breathing through the left side body and neck. Inhale, left arm reaches high. As you exhale, thread your needle. Bring the left ear, left shoulder down to the ground. Your right hand can stay on the mat, or inhale, reach it high. Exhale, bind it by the left hip. Twisting the shoulder back behind. Keeping the hips pressing over to the left side. Breathe here. Inhale, reach that right arm up and overhead towards the floor. As you exhale, squaring the shoulders on top of that left arm, pulling the forehead back to the floor. Resting as much weight as you can here over a long left arm. Inhale, unwind that left arm, reach it towards to the top of the mat as you take another puppy pose. Maybe you use the mat this time as an assist, grabbing onto the sides and pulling it away from you, allowing your chest to get even closer to the floor. Hips and belly high. Inhale, round forwards, palms under the shoulders. Exhale. Breath in, lift the chest, lift the head, baby cobra. Wrapping elbows behind you. Next inhale, lift to a upward dog, pulling the whole chest away, maybe the hips and the knees. And an exhale takes you to your first downward facing dog today. Finding length and space between the hands and the feet, grounding through the 10 finger pads, hollowing the armpits towards the thighs. With an inhale, lift the right heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knee, pull the right heel to the left side of the room, really opening through this right hip, right side. Breathing into this space. Inhale, leg goes long. Exhale, bring the knee as close to the face as you can. Set down the foot. Set down your left back knee. And when you have the core engagement, lift the shoulders, lift the arms overhead for crescent with the back knee down. So you pull that left hip forwards, right hip back in space. Finding your balance, your grounding. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Take a breath in, lengthen the spine. And exhale, your hips push back behind, straightening through the front leg. Half splits. Toes pull towards the face. Keep that belly button up and in. Maybe sinking closer to that front leg with each exhale. Inhaling, rebending through the front knee, coming into a full crescent lunge. Lift up off of that back knee. Back toes rooted, back heel over the toes. Just for a breath on an exhale, opening up to warrior two. Hips and shoulders square to the left side, hands reaching front to back of the room. Inhale, lengthen through the front leg. Exhale, reach up and back with the right arm. Reverse triangle, heels down into the earth, squeezing together underneath you. Inhale, lift the torso, arms front to back. Exhale, surf that front hand forwards and down for a triangle pose. Maybe your hand comes to the shin or the floor or a block. Exhale, bend through that front knee, extended side angle just for a moment. As the hands find the floor, framing the front foot. Inhale, reach up and back, three-legged dog with the right foot. Exhale, bring that right leg over to the right side, side plank, left arm reaches high. Side plank. Dropping that right knee down as your assist, and maybe that top left arm reaches up and overhead, peeling the chest open to the sky. Really opening the heart today. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, left hand comes to the floor. Breath in, three-legged dog, right leg kicks back. And exhale, bring it forwards for our half pigeon on the right side. Right knee towards right wrist, back leg out long. Whenever you're ready, surrendering the upper body to either a block or the floor. Finding full deep ujjayi breaths into this right hip. Letting out any tightness, any tension, any toxins you're still holding on to. Inhale, palms come under shoulders, lift the chest, roll up. Exhale, find plank. Inhale. Breath out, lower all the way down, elbows 90 degrees. Inhale, cobra, lift the chest, and exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go high. Switching now to the left side. With the breath in, reaching left heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee. Reach the heel over to the right side of the room. Toes flexed. Really stretch through this left knee to hand area. Inhale, leg goes long. Breath out, bring the knee towards the face as you plant that left foot solid on the floor. Back knee lowers. Inhale, core engages. Lift the chest, lift the arms overhead. Spread the fingers wide, a strong, sturdy lunge here. Front heel down, pulling back. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, lengthen through that front leg as the hips push behind you, half splits. Toes flex to the face. Each breath finds length. Each exhale deepens. Inhale, bend through that front knee. Exhale, and inhale lifts you all the way up to full crescent lunge. Just for a breath or two here. Big breath in. And we're gonna find warrior two on our exhale. Back heel coming down. Front knee stacked on top of the ankle. Pull that belly button back in space. Inhale, lengthen through the front leg. Reach up through the left hand. And exhale, reverse your triangle. Taking that left shoulder back and behind you. Opening through the chest. Lots of opening and releasing today. Inhale, torso comes tall, reach front to back. Exhale, left hand surfs forward and down for your triangle on this side. Maybe gaze shifts up towards your top thumb as the heels root and squeeze together underneath you. And exhale, bends that front knee, extended side angle. And then hands frame the front foot. Inhale, kick up and back, three-legged dog, left foot. Exhale, side plank. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches high. And then we're going to ground that left knee, left foot. Inhale, reach the left arm up and back behind you. Stretching through the whole left side of the body. Inhaling, lifting through the chest. As an exhale brings that right hand back down to the earth. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. And exhale, pigeon on the left side. And inhale, we'll lift the chest, lift the gaze. And an out breath surrenders you to the floor. Finding that ease, that rest, that recuperation here, that recovery. Full Ujjayi inhales, full Ujjayi exhales. Inhale, lift the chest, peel the torso away from the earth. Exhale, step back to plank. Breath in, breath out, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, Push yourself back to a child's pose, knees wide, forehead finds the earth as you find full breaths here, savoring this beautiful, simple stretch. An inhale is going to lift you up and around into a seated position, opening the legs wide, flexing through the toes. Take an inhale, sit up tall in the spine, ground the hips, and exhale hinges you forwards, not at the lower back, but the hip crease. Inhale, length. With each exhale, bringing yourself closer to the floor, possibly surrendering the forehead to the mat or a block, or just hanging here in space when you have the chance, rounding the shoulders and the neck. Keeping those toes flexed to protect the knees, the hamstrings. An inhale rolls you up into your seat. An exhale brings the legs out long in front of you as you roll all the way onto your back. Pulling knees into the chest, give them a big squeeze outside the ribs, and then take your happy baby, clasping maybe the shins or the outsides of the feet, pressing both shoulders back to the floor and maybe even the lower vertebra. As you savor this happy baby. And exhale brings the knees back in, big squeeze. Softly allowing the legs to fall over to the left as the right shoulder connects to the earth. Right arm goes long for your twist. A very soft, supple twist today. And inhale, we'll bring the knees back to center, hugging it out, realigning the spine. And then exhaling, allowing them to fall to the right side of the floor. Left arm goes long, left shoulder connects to the mat. Allowing for our final detox in here. Releasing anything that we have not yet, that still does not serve us. Inhale, knees into chest, big hug. Exhale, heels come to the ground by the hips. We're going to tuck our shoulders underneath us, palms face down for our final pose, fish pose, lifting the chest, pressing into the elbows. Maybe the top of the head comes to the floor. Big breaths into the chest. Maybe even open mouth exhales. As we slowly lower the spine back to the ground, lengthening the legs, letting the feet fall open, and allowing the arms to rest by the sides, palms face up for our final resting, rejuvenating Shavasana. Give this body, this breath, and this mind permission to find peace here. You are more than welcome to pause this video and enjoy this moment for as long as you wish. Start by taking deep, full breaths into the chest, reawakening the body, soft movement in the toes and in the fingertips. With a big inhale, reach the arms overhead, rolling onto either side of the body in a fetal position. Taking one last moment for surrender today. A moment to give gratitude for this able body and this able mind. And this deep breath. As you're ready with the eyes closed, body heavy, inhale, press yourself up to a seated position. Hands come to heart center. From the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this yoga practice here today. Take a big breath in. You may join me in an Om if you wish. Inhale, thumbs lift to the forehead center. The love and the light in me sees, honors, and respects the love and the light in each of you. We bow forwards as we say Namaste, and have a wonderful day.